They are visionaries. They are irrepressible preachers of the word. They are passionate and compassionate soul winners and excellent growers of the church.
Anything that I do, my aim is to please God. As a result of that, I tried not to fear anybody.
The faith that I had held on to, I'm not going to cheat. I will hold on to it till the very end.
We must pray sincerely that Jesus should increase while we decrease.
It is for Christians to celebrate the Lordship of Jesus Christ. And that Calvary is a point of victory for us.
They are our retired and highly reverend primates, archbishops and bishops of the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion. Even though they are out of office, their good works speak loudly and eloquently for them. Reminisces aim to celebrate the lives, times and works of these legends whose impacts are evident in the phenomenal growth of the church across Nigeria, Africa and the rest of the world. Welcome to Reminisces, celebrating our icons, connecting with our pasts.
The second question. She said, I have a bond because I'm being sponsored by Olofin Grammar School in the university, and I have to serve my bond 4 years. Are you prepared to pay part of my bond? I say, that is not possible. You are an education student. When you graduate, you'll be earning 752. I will be earning 720. You're a village boy girl. I'm a village boy. How can I be using my money to subsidize you? All I can do is I will move, because you can move anytime. I will come to Idare to come and work. But after that, after the first year, after you have liquidated your sponsorship, I will quit, we will quit. Then the last question. What if we get married and we don't have children? What will you do? I say, no problem. Since I'm not God, if we get married, we will have our own children. But if we don't have, there is nothing I can do. I'm not going to hang myself. So we left Kaduna. Following year, I served as the former Vice Chancellor of Adeleke University, one Professor Wole Amushan. He is Wole Amushan and Wole Tonkere. So we left Ibadan here. We went to Ife to look for our wives to be. His own wife met him and they agreed that day. My own did not even show up to see me. And in the fellowship we have been taught, when you are going to a lady, you have to tell your own prayer partners to pray. When you come back, you have to tell them, if you come back with fish, they say, go back to the waiting room. So you can't jump the gun. So, and not everybody you speak to is your possible, wife or husband. So, but in 1972, I think April Easter camp, SU camp, it was at Iwo Baptist College. Already, I've started my postgraduate work. We graduated in 71 together. So, me and some students, we went from Balewa Hall. We went to Iwo. We got there. Then I saw Bola. How are you? Before then, I wrote her a letter and she wrote me a stinker that I was too much in a hurry. I said, I will not be in a hurry. I'm 20-something already. So he said I should not be offended. I said, no, we know that it's not everybody who is we speak to, we say yes. So I came back to, we returned to UI that day, postgraduate hall, and they continue with the camp. And it's one of her brothers who invited her to Iwo to be the camp commandant for the girls. That's why she was there. Otherwise, she would have been at Idare. So at the end of the camp, they came to my room at Badewa Hall. They didn't meet me. So they left a note. So, and then they wrote their name. I saw Bola Akinbola there. Why does she have to come here? I discounted it. The following morning, the brother came from Abeokuta. Say, Wole, money, yes. How about you and Bola? Oh, we have concluded we cannot marry each other. I say, no. You better talk to her again. For some time, I got confused. What is happening? I've decided I am not going to beg any woman to marry me. Is it because I'm not from a rich family or from an educated family? No. I can't beg a woman. No. So, I say, yeah, okay. He left. He was a medical doctor. He is still a medical, he is retired now. He was serving at Ogbomoso Baptist Hospital. So he left. That was the following Monday. I wrote a letter, posted it. There's no sign of love there. When you are passing, anytime you are passing, call me to say hi. Tuesday of that week, this our brother from Ogbomoso came again. He said, when are you going to Idare? I said, to do what? I'm a student. I have an exam to pass. He said, if she has agreed with you, will you say you will not go there? You better, write and tell her when you are coming. I went to Samuel Olofin, one-time director of Central Bank, one of the directors. We were together at the PG school there, economics. So I went to him. Look, Brother Sam, this is what I'm passing through. He said, beware of spiritual pride, because I say there's nothing attractive. There's nothing attracting Bola to me again, so we have ended it. He said, no. Beware of spiritual pride. What has that got to do with what we are talking? So I wrote another letter, posted it on Tuesday. The one I posted on Monday never arrived till today. The one I posted on Tuesday, I said I was coming on Friday. She got that one that morning. So, and I was there on that Friday. I got to school. They took me to their house where she is staying with her 2 sisters. And something happened. The sister, they saw me, our sisters saw me, and they said, their sister have a visitor. So they cook rice, jollof rice, and they use palm oil. So they gave me jollof rice to eat. I say, Bola, what have I done to you? Are you not a girl? I'm a boy. It's because of what you are, that's why I'm here. I'm not a cat. Gbogbo questions mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta tí ìyàwó mi wá béèrè ní Kaduna. By May 1972, government took over schools. She was the only one transferred from Olofin Grammar School, the only maths teacher to Fiwashaye. So, bond cancelled. Now, the third question ni wípé tí a bá fẹ́ra wa tí sọ̀bà sọ́mọ ńkọ́. At exactly 1 year, we had Ṣèyí tán. Ìkejì nullified. Torí bí wọ́n ṣe gbé lọ sí Fiwashaye ní May, by December tá marry, a kàn tún gba transfer wá sí Mary Hill níbí ni. So we were not separated. The first question, ìṣe tí mo tó lọ ètò kèmí ni mo tó mọ bí wọ́n ṣe ra búrẹ́dì. Mi ra búrẹ́dì wálé, not to talk of ẹ̀fọ́. So I don't. That's not my business. So she was. So, and she did it faithfully, honestly, to the best of her ability. And we lived together. We had four children. And now the last one, the first, Shani, the third child, died May 8, 2000. The last born, Shesin, she was the assistant registrar at Ajayi Crowther University. After her last convocation in 2009, she went for operation. She never survived it. And so 5 years ago, when I was billed for operation, they gave me January 22, and she died she died in December 22. I say, so 22 lajolo.
January for the operation. What type of illness?
Me?
Yeah, that's happened to you.
Cardiac operation. Okay, it's heart surgery at Bangkok, 12 hours. That's why it's not my pleasure not to put on cassock. Again, if I open up this place to you, you will see they cut it down from here, down to here. And they chose the nerves from here to this place to repair, because they say medication cannot take care of mine. Because there are two treatments for cardiac problem. It's either by management, they give you medicine, but when the blockade is massive, it's operation. So they say 3 arteries here, 2 here are blocked. So, and I had crisis. I just went to ShopRite there because I said I wanted to demonstrate to my grandchildren. Sheun's daughter was matriculating at Adeleke, and say I want to demonstrate to her what my wife used to give me to feed. I wanted to do salad. I went to ShopRite. I was just looking around, looking for fresh corn, mayonnaise, and so on. And then heat descended on me. What is this? I came out. It never abated. I came out to my car. I was alone. I entered my car. I put on the AC. The heat continued to increase. I say, I better move out of this place. Nobody can tell my story. They will be looking for the last person he phoned. Lord, don't let me meet go slow. I got here. I went in to the bathroom. It didn't stop. This woman said, what am I going to eat? I didn't answer her. Second time, can I go and call the chairman's driver? I said, yes. Just to let her. That driver came, took me to our clinic at the next estate there. That one gave me water, fluid. I got it. He said, this is heart problem. I cannot handle it. You have to go to UCH. UCH? Emi lo UCH. Shaitan was going to Canada that day. It's only this Sheung who was around. I phoned her, meet me at the emergency. I got there. They directed also geriatric unit. Say there's no space in the emergency. We got there. They just want to abandon you. Better go back to, emergency. I got there. They tested my sugar. It was 484. Say, why is it still living? There was heat all over the place and mosquitoes. Oh, if anybody has never suffered, let him go and sleep a night at the emergency. Mosquito. I was shouting, please, put me on that fan. That was about 11. The following morning, they transferred me to ICU, intensive care unit. I was there. I didn't know anything. I wanted to make water. They said I should not leave my bed. When I can move. I wanted to enter a room. It was the doctor's room. I didn't know. They said, no. You want to embarrass us. They shouldn't see you. You should not leave your bed. I say, oh, there is no toilet at the ICU. No. Because they don't want patients to move about. The following morning, a lady came in at 5 to wash me. Obìnrin ni ìwọ ló tún wá wẹ̀ mí níbí kìíní ọ̀dà o. The first day I rejected it. Obìnrin ṣe wá máa wá wẹ̀ mí ní. You see, téèyàn bá mọ̀ kò sí bí ó ṣe ní. Howbeit I was there for about 7 days. I came home. Yet I was not comfortable. I think they were attending to the diabetes. So I had to go back to say that I'm not comfortable and so on. Another doctor at the emergency, everybody was coming in to test me. Then they said, this is cardiac problem. Then Professor Osunade was there. That's one who called somebody in the heart department. So he said, no. I said, give me drug, let me go. And they said, no. I was back in the ward. And it was there that I met Dr. Oga, who was a consultant cardiologist. And after 3 or 4 days, he said, I have to go to Bangkok. For what? Say, for test. I went there, I got there, I want to do test. They say, have you seen our bossa? I say, who is your bossa? Where is he? They say, he's at Ibadan. You mean you were not told? I said, I was not told anything. I phoned that one, 500. I said, does that include the operation too? They no. Just test. Before I left there, I did some water. What is this now? But God, you know that I don't have anybody to take care of me just as. So I came home. Abolajide, I told him this, what is happening. He said, yes, go and do it. He gave me 100,000. I think 3 times he gave me 100. Say, yes, you just have to do it. By the time the test was done, I brought it back here. They say, well, I either go out of the country or go to the east. There are missionaries coming for heart surgery in the east, or you go back to Bangkok. So I opted for Bangkok. And if they carry me, even before you get to airport, I will give up. Let me just, God, I'm in your hand. It's everything about me. When you sum this together, it's just grace. It's just grace. I never attended any interview in my life for employment. Even my wife, never. Maybe in Cameroon. We were there, and she attended because she had to teach in a bilingual college, French and English, something. Otherwise, no, we never attended grace, all this thing. So, they say I should go and deposit 3.8. That is another uphill task. I don't have this money. Asajo helped. Wole Olanipekun helped. Because I was on the council of Ajayi Crowther then. And Olayinka, fantastic. He was the one who wrote on my behalf to Oko, to the primate, and they should support me. I had to send my pictures, this one. And someone confirmed that truly this is heart surgery. And that's when Oko gave me support. So that's how it's good to mention the case of my wife. My wife, she was depressed with the experience at Ife, the trauma, and then the death of our son, followed by our daughter. Our daughter died December 22, and we had to preach on 25 in the cathedral. I was there, I preached. Another shocking thing, she died on a Sunday. Our last women's conference was the next Thursday, Friday. everybody was saying, cancel it. And I said, no. When we cancel it, that's a debt. It won't leave my mind. So we have sent out invitation. We are going to have it. So I read our last presidential address. Then I asked the provost's wife to please continue whatever they can do. And that's what, so in our marriage now, it's only myself and our chief bridesmaid who are alive now. The wife of the Bishop of Okene, Ajulo, Professor Mrs. Vicky Apeke Adagondo. They are also retired now. Because after the 6 months, when Pa Olagundoye died, followed by Niyi Babalola, our best man, we are always joking or saying it, who's next? Ta ló kàn? Ta ló kàn? Àwọn méjì lọ láàrin ọ̀sẹ̀ kan síra wọn. Èmi mo lọ gbé bàbá Ọlágúndóyè wá ní kínní. A gbé wọn lọ sí UC pẹ̀lú Akínlóyè. And you know what? We didn't tell Mama until the following morning. We now gathered Baba Adedeji, the first permanent secretary. What do they call this one? Adeshogan and some other brethren. I want you to see Samanda House from different angles. Kí ló dé, kò sí nǹkan kan, ẹ jẹ́ á gbàdúrà. Èmi mo lọ gbé Fúnkẹ́ ní St. Teresa's. So, that's how it has been.
Okay. My Lord, maybe just briefly, I just want to bring the back from the Cathedral College. Briefly.
Yes.
The outreaches of the Cathedral.
The Cathedral College, when I was the provost, I think maybe 2003, there was the session board meeting near All Souls, at All Souls. And maybe St. Anne's or one other church was reporting about their college. So I got to the cathedral. I said, what is wrong with us? You want to do this? Some people will say no. Some people will say, what are we doing with the old cathedral, the Ogunpa? No, we must start something. They objected it. Then I had to use principals, St. Anne's principal, college principal, that woman, to come and assess Ogunpa for me. There's another woman in the cathedral who has a school. Come and assess this place. Can we have a school here? Because the argument of some people in the cathedral, no, you can't have a school there. That's how we had, and we started with 8 students. Luckily, as the Lord has prepared it, I had education graduate, Wuraola, Isaac Babatunde, Wuraola, who read education. So, as a priest and as the provost said, go and start it. And we started with 8 students. Today now, I don't know what is happening there. And at Ogbomoso today, the best investment, the only investment in that diocese is the Anglican Model College. And we started that one immediately we got there. Again with 8 students. They now have over 1,000 enrollments that they can even buy 2 buses in a year. They are now paying assessments to the diocese. I said, that's
Okay, that led us to your being a pioneer bishop of
Ogbomoso.
Can you tell us some of the challenges and achievements you made before you got retired?
Oh, thank you. When I was elected Bishop of Ogbomoso, one of the serving bishops and even Archbishop said, what was my offense? Why should they take you to Ogbomoso? Baptist dominated something? I say, no, somebody has to be there. As a teacher, we always want to have a black paint on the blackboard so the church can come out legibly. If you get to a bad situation and you are visionary enough, you will come out with something better. It's better not to be posted to where everything is ready. So I said, no, somebody has to be there. And I know how I met the cathedral, the assessment or the income per annum. 1998 was about 6 million. And by the time I was leaving, we were between 34 and 40 million. You know, so what are we talking about? What is the problem? Once you get to a place, what is the problem? What has the Bible got to say? That's what I did at all. So my first synod, we call it a council meeting, was on the mandate, our mandate, fulfilling our mandate. That was the title, fulfilling our mandate. So I tried to define what our mandate is. And I brought in people from Ibadan again to facilitate a vision document that we need a template to work with. That's how we started. It was Baptist dominated. Our Anglican church was the first to be in Ogbomoso. And in the same house, the Baptists came a year after. And they have rubbish trails or something. But today, to the glory of God, you cannot say where is Anglican. We had problem of land. We had a parcel of land of over 1,000 acres, which our members have sold, appropriated to themselves. We fought it the way we fought in another land here. And God gave it to us. And that's why we have the model college at Ogbomoso today. Land. In Ogbomoso, land is very scarce. Everybody is very, so you can only get 50 by 100, 50 by 100. So I designed a church structure, 3 in 1. The sanctuary, the children's church behind. On top of that one, you have the 1-bedroom apartment for the vicar. It's better than to hire a place where they will be face and face you, where there will be conflict every day. So that's what we did. On the day of Thanksgiving at Tonkere, that's when Chief Senator Akinfenwa of Ilesha decided to give us a building, a church. And that's the biggest church there today. They gave us, you know, he spent over 34 million. And no, Ogbomoso, yes. It's the biggest church there now for the students. And the giant Ajayi Crowther Bible. Have you seen that Bible before? somebody bought it for him on his birthday. So he donated it to the chapel. The Bible is up to this, about this. There's one which Archbishop Adetiloye, Primate Adetiloye, gave to Okeowo and gave it to Aku. You know about that also. That's the type of the Bible. And in Ogbomoso, we thank God we were able to increase the number of churches, the number of people there. It's all of teaching, teaching and teaching and teaching. And that is where I give credit to my successor. He has been very wonderful. You know, I left Ogbomoso without anything from the diocese. I said, nobody, I don't want anybody to contribute money for me. Otherwise, I will destroy all that we did. Because they will say that they have given us all the money they have, and the person who comes in, we have no money. I say, no. So, and we, you know, we took the decision as far back as 2008. We are no more building for ourselves, because we reserved this other parcel of land, you know, to have a tall building, but we couldn't. We decided no. And there was primatial investigators who came in, led by Ibiaga, one lawyer from Abuja, one provost from Niger. About 3 or 4 of them came to look at our accounts why we are not able to something. And we had, you know, our personal money there. Our personal money there. And after my wife died, I completed the guest hostel, 12-bedded ensuite hostel, which, you know, my successor named after her. Oh. And my successor has also built, what do you call it? It's not common room. What is a hall? And named it after Bishop Osunade, and also a church named after Bishop Osunade. And of course, he hosted the 75th anniversary of my anniversary and 5th memorial anniversary of my wife, because we have to do it. So if I do birthday today, I must remember how many years Lotilo. So this year, we are celebrating our 80th, 10th anniversary.
What month is that?
October. And it's, you know, I told the bishops, yeah, let's do it jejely, whatever I have, let me just, he said no. The diocese want to celebrate me. I said, you are still coming up with something. He said, no, he's not using the diocese money. It's source for money to do whatever he wants to do in that place. Like the last synod, somebody gave them 15 million for the bishop charge. Wale Olanipekun gave 10. And gave 20 scholarship for masters at Ajay Crowder for clergy of Ogbomoso diocese. So he's not using, he won't use the church money to host it. So we are working on that. And then by the grace of God, I will be completing 2 of my books. One is biography, which is the title will be Blessed to Bless. a life history or life story of Osunade and Matthew and Christina. They rooted in Tonkere because we started with Tonkere, then it's now come to my own history, and then I end it with a gospel message. Then the second book, it will be 5 or 6 volumes. It's effective prayer as key to working with God. That's the title for today. Next week it may change because Ashaju is, I asked him to edit it, to write the foreword before we, if it was anything. And he spoke to me today, he said, in 3 days he will finish it. It's, the whole thing is about 1,450 pages. But when, you know, when they format it, what do they call it? Is it formatting? When they put into pages, in printing pages, it will be highly reduced. It's because of the size. That's why I split it into volumes.
Beautiful, sir. You've gone through many things in life, and that
is all of grace.
This to what is going on in the church now, where bishops feel that they can be translated to some.
Rosy one.
What's your take on that? Because in your case, you are going to a virgin land.
Yes.
They threw you into a virgin land and you went there.
Yes. If we in the South, if we relate with people, the bishops in the North, we have no right, no moral guts to complain. I have friends among the bishops in the North. We've only, you know, their purple is already, you know, faded out. Yet they continue to do the work faithfully with hardship, attacks here and there. Now, if we understand the gospel, there's nowhere Jesus Christ promised comfort for his followers. You want to be my disciple? Carry your cross. Forget your family. Forget everything. Do not carry me. Don't go with money. Don't go with 2 slippers. And people did. I see it happening today. So when I see, you know, some bishops have 2 Prado or highway. What is it? That's only for them. SUV, you know, giant one, like you will think that is bulletproof. They always after you. He is after you. The wife will drive one. The husband will drive one. Just because they have money. Which can, you know, cushion the effect of, you know, in other places. I don't blame them, and I blame them. If they are done well where they are, they will not be eager, you know, to insist that they want translation. Let's do this work. Àìṣe náà ló bá wa débi wàhálà Boko Haram. If you see what other denominations are doing among the Fulanis, among the something in the North, they are breaking new grounds. And that's the only way to resolve these conflicts we have. You know, when you have a new entrant into the banking system, they will show him or her all the fiduciary marks, good marks that you will find on a good money. They will not show a newcomer to the banking system fake money. They will only show the good ones. And so immediately he picks one and he doesn't see the first one, the second, this one is fake. If we are able to provide the gospel, if we are able to risk it, and people are not carrying out training, you can't evangelize unless you are taught. I taught at Okebola. There is nowhere I did not teach. At Ogbomoso, I brought in the Great Commission movement from Ilorin and from the Samanda here when they had office here. I brought in navigators from Jos. I brought in Kumakwayi. I brought in there's Animal Shahun, Idowu Animal Shahun. Another Farasin. This a missionary, somebody, you know, a missioner of the Church of Nigeria, a pharmacist. He dropped the whole thing and went to the gospel. He taught me that this tea bag, you don't throw it away. You use it now. You put in the sachet, put in a cup, put it, and you reuse it. I mean, a pharmacist in Ibadan, is it money that he doesn't have?
My Lord, what would be your advice for our youths with respect to relationship issues, especially with opposite sex? In the face of so many things that are happening now, importation of so many things from outside the country, and a lot of churches are battling with how to handle relationship issues amongst their youths. What would be your advice for our young ones? And also, if it's possible to still relate it with even our priests, those wanting to get married, so that it's not when they get married there will be more problems if the spouse does not understand really the meaning of the ministry. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I think what we need to do is to counter the negative influences from internet and imported culture. If we want to keep them away from one, we must be prepared to give them something in place. And that is why in the nation today, nobody will complain about self-subsidy if we have alternative. There is no palliative that can solve the fuel problem unless we have our own refinery done. Any kind other refinery, the best in the world, other than any So if we want to help our young girls, we need to have coordinated teaching in the church, not pulpit, not just ordinary fellowship meeting, consciously planned teaching that we address the problems, our children are facing. There will be aberrations here and there because of population. But those who will hear, those who will listen, will listen. I think the church has, we cannot stop them from using telephone. We cannot stop them, you cannot go to these other areas. They need it in their studies and so on. But it should be part of what the church will teach, not at one service. It should be a programmed something. Joshua generation is a step in the right direction. This EU can be there, not at the group level only, but also as a general something which will be discussed maybe over 2, 3, 4, 5 lectures within something, and it has to be on yearly basis. The materials can be collated, and the bishops encourage them to please use this material. There are so many materials in Abuja that we don't use. We have our daily Bible study, daily fountain. We have our weekly something. We have catechism. You know, there was somebody, one woman was Mrs. Andrew Olori, asking for, where is the baptism, I mean, the catechism? We are not teaching it. Yes. You see, we need to, unless in our churches, Mombalu fa kan sọ̀rọ̀, mo ní, mo wòye pé ṣe Bible study lójoojúmọ́ o. Maybe once in 2 months, once a month. Pẹ̀lú very rich Bible study ta ní fún Sunday tó dẹ̀ wà coordinated. Then, n ò tíì rí ibi tí ń ṣe training on evangelism. Worú mission tá ń ṣe níbí. A day or two, wọ́n lọ sí Ajikinri kan. Mission week. They come back for another thing, meeting or something like that. What do you collate? It should be a conscious effort to teach. It's not enough to be asking new members worshiping with us today. And then that's the end of it until next Sunday. Do we teach them? Do they know what to say? There is the art of worship, of ministry. And there is this spiritual aspect of it. The art of worship, the art of ministry includes how do you do number one business, the heartbeat of God, effectively. The heartbeat of God is His kingdom. That's all Jesus came for. It's for His kingdom, nothing more. And unless we know what we are doing, we are robbing Jesus' kingdom when we know that, you know, since inspiration, we are very good at clapping hands and doing. I don't believe that one. Consciously, we have to teach. Okay, this thing. These are retired old women of the cathedral. Read this, what do they put there?
They are taught the Truth School of St. James's Cathedral Church. Congratulations.
Yes.
Founder. Adult literacy.
How can you have an illiterate congregation? You don't do anything about it. It's an opportunity for these old women, Mama Shikwe, Mama Oshoba, I can't remember the others. It's for the opportunity for them to leave their house during the week, to stretch their legs. And they are there to teach people. I had, many of the graduates from this place who started using bank account. And I give them, come and read the Bible. They read the lesson in the cathedral. Teach them. We have to teach. We have to teach. There is no other way. I don't know of any church who is doing the teaching. We are preaching, yes. If you listen to Niyi Worola, his preaching is evangelical, but it's not the same thing as, say, we are here, we want to learn how to talk, to go out and talk to people, how to witness, how to answer objections, how to follow up. One of my books, is praying all manners of prayers. You will have it there what I did at Ife. There are 6 things you have to do to be a member of this church. I can remember some of them. You must be prepared to pray 1 hour every day. Which means if you wake up at 7 before, you have to start waking up at 6. It's not just telling them, you pray for 1 hour. I gave them the scheme. I gave them the prayer cycle. What you have to pray for, maybe 1 to be ago, maybe 1 to 12. What you have to pray, 1, 2, 3, run till you come back to thank you, praise God, praise God again. Praise God is 12, praise God is 1. In between, you can include all that you need to pray. 2, you must pay your tithe. And I won't ask you to pay tithe unless I teach you. I won't ask you to undergo harvest unless I teach you. You must come out on Friday to go out. I will be there. My wife will be there. We are there. We spend the first 15 minutes, we pray. You go and then I wait for you. Acts of Apostles chapter 8. The apostles remained in Jerusalem. Those who were scattered, they were the Philip who were evangelizing. Then they will now come back to Jerusalem to give them. This is the report. What else? Pay your tithe, something. Evangelism, that's compulsory. Everybody, if you don't pay your tithe, there's no proof, no physical proof that you are submitting yourself, your life to this Jesus. Because until you and then you have to fast a day in the week. And within a year, our population was between 340 and 400. Within a year, we built a block of 5 classrooms and 2 offices. And they can joke with church because Baba took us out of Iremo. And tó wà ní Iremo, ó wà jealous, ó ní kó dá mi padà sí Iremo. You know. Ó wá sọ fún bàbá ní Ìbàdàn bí. And Baba said no. He gave me a letter to give to me. Steer clear of Osunade. And I got the letter. Osunade, you know, stand on your own. What is this? I went to Pa Ogunlade, the provost. What is this here? He doesn't understand, he doesn't know. I came to Ibadan to meet Baba. And you know, the way Baba Olajide speaks, he will say one thing here. If you are not clever, you won't be able to link. He say yes. Which is better, Ibodi or Eleyele? That was the answer he gave me. At Ibodi, we were less than 20 members. And here is where I'm being surrounded by members of the scripture EFAC. That in 6 months, we established 11 churches. And that's why Odubogun recognized that we are more or less the one who gave him a diocese to run. And he gave me 1 million. Personal money. No, this money is not for me. I took him to Baba Akinfenwa. This is what Odubogun says. Oh, yes. Odubogun says, yes, I give him, not something. He wrote the check, 1 million. He gave it to me at Okuku. And when I know what I'm doing, I gave the cathedral 100,000 there. The rest, I use it for the diocese. When I use my wife's gratuity to roof the, the bishop's court. I mean, so what is money? What do I want to do with it? He's teaching, knowing what to teach. Get relevant people to teach. Unless we go out, to evangelize.
Thank you, sir. We had a lot of viewers. We are listening to a well-packed life that our Papa has gone through, up and down. But he said something, that all these challenges that he has come across, he overcame them through the grace of God. He saw the power of grace in all the things that he has passed through. And we are grateful to him today that he is still standing by the grace of God.
Yeah.
Thank you, Papa, for all that we have heard from you. And
Thank
for
you.
our viewers, they must be amply enriched by all what we have heard from you.
Thank you,
Benga,
sir.
we thank you for joining me, for Do Olamiti, to anchor this program. Next time, our viewers, we shall come to you again. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much.